Olá! Hoje vou reagir a Algarve from the channel Dave in Portugal. You can find it right here. He's gonna show us places to visit and, most importantly, what to avoid when traveling in this beautiful southern part of Portugal. So yeah, without any further ado, I don't want to waste too much time talking. Let's check this one out. Wait, do we have subtitles? No, we don't. Okay, sure, whatever.
The Algarve, the extreme southwestern point of
Wow.
mainland Europe.
So
Coming
cool.
from the Arabic name Algarve, meaning the West.
Okay,
With
I didn't know
over
that.
130 miles of coastline, it is home to arguably some of the most beautiful beaches in all of Europe.
I can only
But with
imagine.
Northern Europeans and now Americans
Wow, this is so cool. I think I've seen something similar to this only in the island of Malta, especially Gozo.
flocking to the crowded beaches,
Wow.
is it still worth a visit? Well, today
can
we
it
are
not?
going to be exploring some of the hidden gems of the Algarve and talking about some of the places you might want to avoid. This is some guy named Dave in Portugal, and in this episode, we are going to be traveling the entire Algarve, all the way
Oh.
from the western tip of
Wow, I mean, it's huge.
going to be traveling the entire Algarve.
Wow, it's such a vast part of Portugal. How many? Wait, I need to react to some videos about the geography of Portugal. How many regions that Portugal have?
Algarve, all the way from the western tip of Sagres to the incredibly charming town of Tavira, located just 15 minutes from the border of Spain. We're going to be
Oh.
seeing some of the most beautiful beaches in Portugal and even trying some of the
Wow.
best piri-piri chicken Portugal has to offer.
Okay.
First on my list is one of my top recommendations for Algarve, Sagres.
Sagres.
Sagres is the extreme southwestern point of the Algarve and mainland Europe, specifically Cape of St. Vincent. Sacred to the ancient Greeks and Romans who considered it the end of the known world. Several naval battles
is
have
so
been fought for
cool.
centuries in the vicinity of this cape. If you're a history buff like me, I would definitely recommend visiting Sagres. It's off the beaten path a little bit, but the history alone is definitely worth it. You won't find the luxury resorts that you will in the rest of the Algarve, but if you are looking for a traditional Portuguese experience, this is probably one of the most authentic ones in all of the Algarve. The
That's so
accommodations are
cool.
also very well priced in this area. There are miles and miles of beaches with no one on them, and Sagres has some of the best surfing in the entire Algarve. The best waves would be September through November. Then, if you drive about a half an hour east,
But I don't understand. Why is nobody traveling to Sagres if it has the best beaches? I don't understand. Why?
you will arrive in
Even well
Lagos.
priced. Lagos. Oh, this is so cool. This is amazing.
For some reason, when Americans come to visit the Algarve, they always want to come to Lagos. Maybe they think that the name is cool, or they're getting it confused with Lagos, Nigeria. But to be honest, Lagos was probably my least favorite place to visit after Albufeira.
Oh.
Don't get me wrong, Lagos has no shortage of beauty. It is home to many of the orangish red limestone cliffs that Algarve is so famous for. It also makes for a great location to exploring the surrounding areas. The Lagos Fortress is really cool to visit, and walking around the charming city center is
Wow,
very
this
nice
is so
in the daytime.
cool.
However, after nightfall, the town of Lagos felt a bit rough to me. I honestly woke up the next day in Lagos wondering if the Algarve was just going to be one big tourist trap. A day trip here was enough for me. But then my pessimism changed when I drove about 30 minutes east to the beautiful, charming town of Carvoeiro.
Carvoeiro. Okay.
Carvoeiro was exactly what I imagined the Algarve would be like after seeing pictures on the internet. I was lucky enough to stay in this wonderful Arabic-influenced villa that is still one of my favorite places I've stayed in all of Portugal to date. Naturally, the first thing I did was walk down to the ocean to see the sunset, and I had no idea what was in store for me. As I arrived, I was treated to an absolutely breathtaking sunset, and there was a boardwalk above the limestone cliffs that made for one of the most romantic settings I had ever experienced.
This is so cool. Wow.
This is not a place that you would come if you're looking to party or club, as there's not many options for things like that. But if you're looking for nice relaxation and serenity, then I think Carvoeiro is definitely possibly the place for you. Now, Carvoeiro is not far at all from the famous Benajou Cave with the big hole in the top that you may have seen all over the internet and Instagram.
I've never seen that, but it's so cool.
Is in between two large cliffs where there is a small beach that I have been told gets insanely crowded during the summer months. Carvoeiro is an increasingly popular place to retire, and it makes sense why. It is located within...
I think most Italians, when they do decide to retire in Portugal, they will always pick the city of Faro. But I might be mistaken, but I still remember back in the days when I was when poker was my main job, when I was playing online poker as my main job. I love to travel, so I always check out these forums of Italians, expats. And whenever the Portugal will come out, yeah, many people, of course, will go to Lisbon or Madeira. But Faro was like a very, I don't know, many people really love retired there. I don't know if it's still like that now or if that's even true, but back in the days, it was like that. When I say back in the days, I mean like 2010s. Yeah, like that.
In a very short distance to many golf courses in the area that are more affordable than the prestigious courses near Tavira in the eastern Algarve.
If you're an adventurous guy like me that needs an espresso but there's no cafe nearby, I have the solution.
The Alton Nano portable espresso machine is convenient for outdoor enthusiasts and coffee lovers on.
Okay, I usually skip advertisements, but look at this. This is so interesting.
The go.
And it's cool that you cannot see it because I'm standing in front of it. But look, there's even a timer for the advertisement. So yeah, that's really cool. I love this channel. Definitely go and check it out. Dave in Portugal. Wait, I'm really curious about this. Oh! What? What? Oh my god! Bro! Are you shitting me?
If you're interested in getting one
Fonse, this is the best invention ever! What the hell?
For yourself, click the link in the bio below and use the coupon code DaveInPortugal to get 10% off. Now, back to the episode.
I don't know if they ship in Italy. That was so smooth.
Located fairly close to Carvoeiro is the Lagoa Sand City.
Sand City. Okay, this looks something. This looks like something that I should dedicate. A whole reaction video to it, isn't it? Come on, let me know. This is so cool. Wow, there's even the Duolingo owl. What the hell? It's like, is there saying, oh, what? You didn't study Portuguese today. Say it again. Fonse, come on, study Portuguese. I'm watching you. Oh my god, this is so cool. I love it. Ah, this is like, yeah, look, the man landing on the moon. This is all representing important stuff throughout history, right? amazing. I feel like I should know who this guy. Oh, this is Salvador Dali, right? I see the colors and everything. Yeah. This is incredible. Oh, Ufado. The double deck bus. Wow. The Queen. What is this place? Oh my god.
This attraction is great for kids, but I had a pretty good time as well.
Wow.
Silves is a really cool, charming medieval town with one of the best castles in the Algarve.
I was thinking about reacting to medieval places in Portugal, so if you have any good suggestions, definitely let me know, eh?
Would definitely recommend taking a stroll through the cobblestone streets and having a drink at the bar on top of the castle. When was the last time you had a glass of wine on top of a castle?
I mean,
There's
never.
a beautiful park in the valley below the castle that is lined with really nice cafes where you can spend a delightful afternoon. I would recommend adding a day trip to Silves to your itinerary if you enjoy castles.
I do.
Then it was time to set out to the party capital of the Algarve, Albufeira. On the way, I was told to stop in Guia for some of the best piri-piri chicken, and it was certainly some of the best chicken
Oh, that
I've
looks
ever had.
so good.
There are multiple chicken places in Guia, and you can't go wrong with any of them. This would be an excellent opportunity to be like the locals and try the local high-proof spirit called Madronio.
That's what nightmares are made of.
This is the Portuguese equivalent to moonshine or Italian grappa. But definitely drink the Madronio with caution,
Okay, I'm not a fan of grappa. Oh my god, no.
as it is very powerful stuff.
Yeah,
It'll
it's
get you
really
drunk
strong.
pretty quick.
Yeah.
Then I arrived
I've also tried, because let me tell you a quick anecdote and then we continue with the video. I started learning Chinese Mandarin about 5 years ago, and whenever I go to Chinese restaurant and practice the language, they will always be offering me some Chinese baijiu that is like the equivalent of grappa or madronio, as you said. Oh my god. Usually scented with rose flavor, but oh my god. Yeah, it definitely makes me want to cry every time I try it. It's really strong. But I mean, they offer it. It would be rude to say, no, I don't want it, after they took the time to practice the language with me. So yeah, but if you want to try it, if you're a fan of super strong alcohol, yeah, I mean, I'm sure there are many bars in Portugal that are run by Chinese. Usually, even if they sell the same stuff that they do in other bars, they will still have their own liquor. So yeah, you can just ask them and try it. Maybe you will like it. I don't know. It's not that I dislike it, but it's really strong. So yeah.
in Albufeira.
Albufeira.
Albufeira is like the Cancun for Europeans. You can't walk a block without seeing signs outside of bars advertising shots of liquor with names like porn star and sex on the beach. I remember when
I mean, sex on the beach is not a shot. Come on, it's a cocktail. It's really renowned. Come on. That's the girls' cocktail. It's really light with many different juices, right?
I was 18.
It's very light.
The beach here is beautiful, but as you can imagine, it gets very, very busy with tourists. I did have an incredible culinary experience at the Windmill restaurant inside of, you guessed it, a windmill. The food presentation was exquisite and the atmosphere was very romantic. Would
So
recommend
cool.
for people looking for a date spot with a unique and upscale experience. Albufeira is not really my cup of tea, and I would consider avoiding it if you're not interested in partying or clubbing. Then it was time to head into the Golden Triangle, a name given to the affluent region outside of the capital of Algarve, Faro. This area is famous for its luxury resorts and Michelin star restaurants. It is located between these 3 points. Vila Moura, a luxury resort town with a large marina that has many yachts and sailboats, as well as a large casino. What happens in
So
Vila
interesting.
Moura stays in Vila Moura. Nothing good can be happening here. Then you have the charming little town of Almansil in Lolé,
Almansil,
which is known for its Michelin star restaurants. In fact, it has more than any town in the Algarve.
Okay, thank you, Dave. Those are the places that I will be avoiding. I'm too broke to afford it.
And the third point are the luxury golf courses of Quinta do Lago and Valo de Lobo. If you have buku bucks and you're trying to ball out, then this is the place where you can make it rain. But that's not me, so let's move on. On my way east towards the border of Spain, I ended up stopping in the fisherman town of Olhão, which I ended up enjoying very much. It is a very modest little town with strong authenticity. The bustling fish market is one of the best in the Algarve and is quite a sight to see. Olhão is known for its cubism architecture that has a very unique feel to the rest of the Algarve in Portugal, which brought many well-known Portuguese artists, writers, and photographers.
It kind of looks like any city in the Canary Islands, especially like Lanzarote and those islands, right?
Photographers to Olhão in the first half of the last century. This is my kind of place, and I even considered possibly moving here. By the time you come this far east, the limestone cliffs will have disappeared, and the only beaches you will find are on the islands off of the shore, which Olhão has two, reachable by daily ferry rides. I wish I could have stayed longer, but it was time to move on what would become one of my favorite towns in the entire Algarve, Tavira. Tavira is one of the most charming towns in the entire Algarve in my opinion. Its origins date back 1,000 years BC and was an important port to the Romans until it was conquered by the Moors in the 8th century. Today, Tavira is a mix of Arabic and Roman architecture, which makes it unique to the rest of the Algarve. It is, in my opinion, one of the most romantic towns in the Algarve, and I would highly recommend planning a visit if you are with your significant other. As you can see, the Algarve...
I mean, even alone I will go there. Come on.
Algarve has a lot to offer, and I've only began to scratch the surface in this video. Comment below with any suggestions of places that you think people should visit in coming to the Algarve. Hopefully this video helped you decide if the Algarve is worth a visit for you and where you'll be going when you make your trip here. If you want to see more videos about Portugal, make sure to hit the like and subscribe button. I'll be posting videos just like this every single week on this channel. This is Dave in Portugal, and we'll see you next time.
Wow, that was a really great video. On the next episode, let's see. What's this? What do those masks symbolize?
Tomorrow, my children, we are all saints, but today is the only day the devil is beautiful.
Oh! Wow. Wow. Bro, this is top-notch quality, I must say. So yeah, guys, let me know, where are you going to spend your summer vacations this summer? Is it gonna be in the Algarve? Because I'm understanding that many people, especially Portuguese people, would travel there, right? Would be spending their vacations. That was really interesting. I really love this. So if you can share more information about this region of Portugal, Soon I will be reacting to all the different regions and the most notable cities in Portugal. So yeah, don't miss it. Subscribe to my channel, turn on the notifications, and I will see you very soon. Ciao, ciao.